let's go through the entire practice squad, just 1 through 16. We still have one spot available, but here we go. Tracy Walker, he counts as one of the vet ones. You get 6 vets, which we haven't used most of them. And Schefter said Tracy Walker will be promoted, elevated week 1 if Talanoa Hufanga can't go. So that one's really, really important. Quarterback, Tanner Mordecai. Glad to get him back. And I think the 49ers in the near future, as long as Shanahan's here, will always have 4 quarterbacks. It just makes sense with Shanahan's just view on things. So Tanner Mordecai's back. Love that. Tay Martin, wide receiver, vet guy back that can just do it all. Special teams, check. All 3 wide receivers, check. Tough, great blocker, check. I prefer him over Ronnie Bell, to be honest with you, but that's okay. Take that for what you will. Veteran defensive tackle, T.Y. McGill. This is kind of where he belongs. A veteran guy that could be called up and might be called up week 1. Not good play. Has like a decent game every now and then. He is a snap sponge, right? So if you're trying to keep your guys fresh, guys like T.Y. McGill can go in and get 12 snaps a game just to give breathers. That's kind of what he does at this point. Cornerback, Chase Lucas. Versatility, can play inside, outside. Special teams, good. Defensive end, Jonathan Garvin. Like this guy. Just showed up, played well all preseason at our weakest position, defensive end. So excited to have him out there. Really, really excited to have him out there. Evan Anderson, my number 1 player that I wanted back. I said Evan Anderson would be the one guy that I could have on the practice squad. We got him back. Super excited. Veteran wide receiver Trent Taylor. Don't worry about the wide receiver position. He's a special teams punt returner backup only. That's all he's going to do. Defensive end Alex Barrett. Stud. Earned a spot on the 53, if I want to be honest. Really, really did. And if Yatir Gross-Matos can't go, man, elevate this dude. God, he's so good. Really, really good. Offensive lineman Sebastian Gutierrez. They might move him to tackle. He's played tackle in the NFL. We had him at guard pretty much all of preseason training camp. But with the lack of tackles that we brought back, I think they could move Sebastian there, get him some reps out there. I think that's probably a legit possibility, but we'll see. Safety Jalen Mahoney, that was my number 2 most important player that we got back. Love that kid. Oh, he's so freaking good. And I got worried. The first practice squad spot was announced to Tracy Walker III, the vet. And I was like, oh no. Like, does this mean we're not going to bring back Jalen Mahoney? We're safe. We're safe. That dude is a player. I'm very excited for his future. I think he has NFL player written all over him, Jalen Mahoney. Number 3, my Drake Nugent. I think I had Cody Schrader, number 3, as most important, who didn't come back. We talked about him. But Drake Nugent, he was my 3 or 4 guy. Super excited about him. Center, developmental center. Here's John Lynch giving a brief comment just on Drake Nugent and how they felt about getting him back.
Drake's doing a really nice job. You know, he's showing that it's not too big for him at this level. Center's a tough position because there's a lot mentally put on him. Drake's done a really nice job there, and he'll be on our practice squad, have every opportunity to get better. But we're happy to have him in the building.
All right. So going down this list, after Drake Nugent, you got 2 tight ends, Mason Pline and Braden Willis. We kind of talked about each one of them. Wide receiver, Terrace Marshall Jr., and then your international player pathway program, who does play tackle and did play well. I think he played probably better than Brandon Parker and Chris Hubbard, but I don't think there's any chance that he'll get playing time, sadly. That's Isaac Alarcon. Fun player, and he doesn't count. It's just because he cleared waivers and the NFL's doing this attempt to, try to increase the marketability through the rest of the world. NFL's trying to take over everything. He is there. Doesn't take a job away from anybody. It's just an added benefit. And the 49ers are glad to have him. I think that's a very, very good thing. So let's get to a couple questions, comments. Logan, so we paid too much money for Anderson not to come back. I agree. His entire guaranteed salary is still there, checks out. Now he's on the practice squad. That's the way it's supposed to work. The way it's not supposed to work is Cody Schrader, who I believe was our second highest. Yeah, So Evan Anderson got 250,000 guaranteed. Cody Schrader got 220, and he is gone. Gon, gone. Drake Nugent got 175. He's back. Tanner Mordecai 100,000 guaranteed. He's back. Mason Pline 40,000. He's back. Mahoney 27,000. He's back. Bryson Mays got cut long ago. So did Tariq Owens. So you brought back, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your undrafted free agents. You lost 1, 2, 3, 5 out of 8. Not bad. And you lost one draft pick, Jared Kingston. So the 49ers were able to maintain majority of their rookie class, not all of it, with Kingston and Schrader being taken. The other guys didn't land anywhere. So, guys like Bryson Bays, Tariq Owens, they got to wait till next year's 91 and hope they can catch on and impress. Kind of like what Shaquille Brown did for us. How got cut, had to wait next year's 91, try to catch on with the NFL futures contract. That's just kind of the way that you have to do these things. You know what I mean? Logan, Chapman, would you agree that we're a bit too top heavy compared to last year? Yes and no. We had 3 players claimed that we cut that other teams needed. So we might be top heavy, but I mean, we lost guys. We lost 5 players. Cameron Latu, Jalen Graham, Jared Kingston, Samuel Womack, Cody Schrader. These were players that, guess what? We didn't have room for. But those are teams, the Rams, right? Rams were in the playoffs last year. They took one of our guys we discarded. The Colts, pretty good team, pretty good depth. They took one of our players. Commanders, they're not very good. They took 2 of our players. So are we more top heavy this year? Yes. The answer is yes. But if you look across us and the rest of the NFL, no. Absolutely not. Spencer Burford starts for 20 teams in the NFL. That's just factual. It's just Jordan Mason would be the starter probably on 5 to 10 teams. You could go across the line and talk about whatever positions you want. We've got a lot of guys that would start a lot of other places. So, yes, we are more top heavy. And as time continues, that's going to continue to be the case because we're paying so many guys top end money. But that's because we draft so well. So, yeah, the answer is yes. But still, compared to the other NFL, no. Like, you look at different teams, especially in our division. The Rams, they are way more top heavy than the 49ers are. They do not have depth. They just traded away their defensive team captain over a playing time issue and whatever. Like, that's a weird situation. And if you haven't seen Sean McVay in his press conference, literally, he didn't lose it, but like started making fun of the reporters and like asked to end it. Like, it's not going well over there. And Ernest Jones, when Aaron Donald retired, he went to Ernest Jones and said, "This is your team now." He was a defensive captain, voted on by their players. They just traded him away to get him and a 6 to get a 5th round pick. It's weird. It's weird. That's a top heavy team. You look at the Arizona Cardinals, they're not a heavy team at all. Like, their 1st round pick, Darius Robinson, he's on IR. And their best pass rusher, Ojulari, is out for a while. They don't have depth behind them. They're not heavy, right? So we're top heavy because we have great players at top. They're not there. The Seattle Seahawks, I don't know. That's a pending. We'll have to see what that team does. But we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, Logan, I'm with you. Sooner or later, you got to kick down that door. Well, guess what? You don't kick down the door in August. You don't. You have to put yourself in a way to be successful, to win division games, to win at home, to do those things. That's what you do in August and September. So yeah, we all want 6. I get that. But if I'm a coach, guys, we don't get 6 now. Okay? Right now we focus on the Jets. We focus on Monday night. I can't wait. I can't wait. Whew. So we focus on who we are. We focus on what's in front of us. That's what you do. Shanahan, one of my favorite things about this coaching staff is they don't look too far ahead. You've got to focus on the daily. And the 49ers are a very good practice team. And what I mean by that is the 49ers practice hard. You look at the NFL last year, you had the final four teams, the final two for the NFC and AFC, are like the hardest practicing teams in the NFL, period. Dan Campbell and the Lions, they've been fined for how they practice because they practice too hard. 49ers, they've been fined for how they practice too hard. Go to the AFC. The Chiefs, Andy Reid still does training camp in a dormitory. Kids, like, they're not allowed to stay, they're in bunk beds. Like, by far one of the hardest practicing teams out there. You see how much Patrick Mahomes played in the preseason? Like, we're complaining about Brock Purdy. Patrick Mahomes out there playing full halves in the preseason, right? And then who did they play? The Ravens? Yeah, Harbaugh. Good Lord. Come on, guys. Like, the 49ers are that standard. And a big reason why they've had so much regular season, postseason success is because they establish who they are. The culture is physicality. The culture is meritocracy. If you don't put up, then you don't fit here. Talk about the players that we cut, right? But if you play, let's go. Let's go. You belong here. Guys like Sam Aquino, who I know was just released, but I'm telling you, he's coming back. Guys like Jake Tonjes. Like, that is awesome. Tatum Bethune. You put up whenever it's time. You bring that physicality. That's who we're going to roll with. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm a little pumped up right now.